Hello and welcome back to the Longevity Optimization Method. Imagine opening your refrigerator or walking through your kitchen and realizing that some of the most ordinary foods you rely on, kiwis, salmon, a bowl of rice, are deeply connected to scientific breakthroughs so profound that they earn Nobel Prizes. 100 years ago, before vitamins were even understood, people around the world were suffering from baffling illnesses, paralysis that struck without warning, bleeding that couldn't be stopped, mysterious conditions that slowly drained life away. Physicians could not make sense of these widespread health problems until a handful of curious, determined scientists uncovered a hidden world of invisible molecules inside our everyday foods, compounds that our bodies depend on every single day to survive. Today, these discoveries shape everything we know about nutrition, health, aging, and longevity. This story begins in an unexpected place, the tropical regions of Asia in the late 1800s. At that time, an alarming number of people were collapsing from a terrifying disease known as beriberi. Victims often started with numb or weak legs, but soon their conditions spiraled into paralysis, confusion, severe heart problems, and ultimately death. Doctors were helpless and theories were all over the place. Some thought it was an infection, others blamed poor sanitation. Then came a surprising breakthrough from a Dutch scientist named Christian Eijkman. While studying the disease, he noticed something unusual in the chickens he was feeding. When the chickens were fed polished white rice, they developed paralysis and nerve problems that looked exactly like beriberi. Yet when they ate unpolished rice with the outer layers intact, the symptoms vanished. It was a groundbreaking clue. Eijkman realized that something essential to health had been stripped away during the polishing process. That missing substance would eventually be identified as vitamin B1 or thiamine, the nutrient that acts as the spark plug for cellular energy. Without B1, the mitochondria in our cells cannot convert food into usable energy, no matter how many calories a person consumes. When this process breaks down, muscles weaken, nerves malfunction, and the brain slows down, just as Eijkman saw in the paralyzed patients and his experimental chickens. The discovery showed that a lack of vitamins can be just as deadly as starvation, even when food is plentiful. Thiamine is still vitally important for long-term health and vitality. Fortunately, it appears naturally in a wide variety of whole foods. Pork contains some of the highest and most easily absorbed amounts. Whole grains such as brown rice, barley, and oats retain the nutrient-rich bran layers that once saved Eijkman's chickens. Legumes, including lentils and black beans, offer steady and reliable plant-based sources, while smaller foods like sunflower seeds and nuts, especially pecans and macadamias, provide thiamine alongside healthy fats and minerals that support energy metabolism. Eating these foods regularly ensures a constant supply of the essential vitamin that keeps your cells firing. If the discovery of vitamin B1 emerged from rice fields in Southeast Asia, the story of vitamin C takes us to the vast oceans and the sailors who spent months at sea. For hundreds of years, entire ship crews were devastated by a mysterious illness that would strike after weeks away from land. Their gums swelled and bled, their teeth loosened, their muscles deteriorated, and even old wounds reopened as if their bodies were falling apart from the inside. This dreaded condition, scurvy, claimed countless lives, and no one could explain why. But attentive observers eventually noticed that sailors who consumed fresh fruits and vegetables remained healthy, while those stuck on salted meats and biscuits deteriorated rapidly. Still, it wasn't until the 1930s that the exact molecule responsible for preventing scurvy was finally isolated. The Hungarian scientist Albert Szent-Györgyi identified ascorbic acid, vitamin C, and demonstrated that it played an essential role in maintaining the body's structural integrity. His work earned him the Nobel Prize and changed nutrition forever. Vitamin C is more than the antidote to scurvy. It is one of the body's most important antioxidants, protecting our DNA from oxidative stress, a major contributor to aging. It strengthens collagen, which supports skin, blood vessels, and connective tissue. It boosts the immune system, aids the absorption of iron, and helps the body repair itself more effectively. Without enough vitamin C, the body begins to unravel. What sailors experienced as scurvy was essentially an accelerated aging process. Rapid tissue breakdown, severe fatigue, vulnerability to infections, and widespread inflammation. Even today, mild vitamin C deficiency can cause tiredness, slow wound healing, frequent illness, and compromised immunity. Nature, however, offers generous sources of this crucial vitamin. Kiwi fruit packs more vitamin C than most oranges, while red bell peppers, strawberries, and citrus fruits provide concentrated bursts of the nutrient. Broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and other cruciferous vegetables are also excellent sources, especially when eaten raw or lightly cooked. These foods deliver vitamin C in its natural form, combined with flavonoids and plant compounds that enhance absorption far more effectively than artificial supplements. The discovery of the next essential vitamin began with a mystery of a very different kind. Scientists studying animals noticed that those fed fat-free diets developed severe bleeding problems. Even small injuries refused to clot, causing internal and external bleeding that puzzled researchers. No amount of protein, minerals, or carbohydrates could fix it. It wasn't until the Danish scientist Henrik Dam identified a fat-soluble compound essential for blood clotting that the puzzle was solved. He named it coagulations vitamin, vitamin K, and his findings earned him the Nobel Prize. But as research expanded, scientists learned that vitamin K's role extended far beyond coagulation. It controls how calcium behaves in the body. When adequate vitamin K is present, calcium is guided into bones, strengthening them and keeping them resilient. Without enough vitamin K, calcium drifts into soft tissues instead, especially blood vessels, contributing to arterial stiffness, calcification, and cardiovascular disease. Put simply, vitamin K acts like traffic control for calcium, directing it to bones and keeping it out of places where it causes harm. Today, vitamin K2 is considered one of the most important vitamins for long-term heart and bone health. Nature provides vitamin K in distinct forms. Leafy greens, such as spinach, kale, and collard greens, are packed with vitamin K1, which supports healthy clotting. Vitamin K2, crucial for bone density and cardiovascular protection, is found in fermented foods. Natto, a traditional Japanese soybean dish, contains more natural K2 than any other food and has long been associated with regions of Japan known for exceptional longevity. Egg yolks, grass-fed cheeses, kimchi, and sauerkraut contain additional amounts that help maintain the steady supply needed for optimal health. If vitamin K determines where calcium ends up, vitamin D determines whether calcium can be absorbed at all. Its story begins not in food, but in the relationship between sunlight and the human body. For centuries, children living in northern regions developed rickets, a debilitating condition that softened their bones, caused deformities, and left them weak and prone to fractures. Doctors were unsure why the disease was so common in places with limited sunlight. It wasn't until German chemist Adolf Windaus discovered that ultraviolet rays from the sun interact with compounds in the skin to produce vitamin D that the mystery was solved. His work, which also earned a Nobel Prize, revealed that sunlight itself was triggering the creation of an essential nutrient. Vitamin D quickly became known as a crucial factor in bone health, but modern research shows that its influence reaches far further. It strengthens muscles, supports the immune system, reduces inflammation, and may protect against chronic diseases that become more common with age. Deficiency, which is widespread in regions with long winters or limited sunlight, is associated with frailty, chronic pain, weakened immunity, and cognitive decline. In other words, vitamin D helps maintain the resilience of both body and mind. Sunlight remains the most powerful natural source of vitamin D, enabling your skin to produce it directly. Fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel contain significant amounts, while egg yolks and mushrooms exposed to ultraviolet light contribute smaller, but meaningful amounts. Eating these foods alongside reasonable sunlight helps maintain optimal levels and supports long-term vitality. The final vitamin in this set of Nobel-linked discoveries shapes how we perceive the world and how our bodies defend themselves. This is the story of vitamin A, a nutrient deeply connected to human vision. For years, scientists puzzled over how eyes adjust to light and darkness, and why some people develop night blindness. The American scientist George Wald, whose research earned him the Nobel Prize in 1967, revealed that vitamin A forms the molecules in the retina that allow the eye to detect light. Without it, the visual cycle collapses and vision deteriorates. Yet vitamin A's importance extends far beyond eyesight. It is essential for immune function, skin health, and cellular repair, all foundational aspects of healthy aging. When vitamin A levels drop too low, immunity weakens, infections become more frequent, vision declines, and the body's ability to regenerate tissues slows significantly. Vitamin A comes in two primary forms: retinol, the active form found in animal products such as beef liver, egg yolks, and grass-fed butter, and beta-carotene, found in plant foods like carrots, sweet potatoes, pumpkins, and dark leafy greens, which the body converts into usable vitamin A as needed. Eating a variety of these foods ensures that the body receives a balanced and reliable supply. From thiamine to vitamin C, vitamin K to vitamin D, and finally vitamin A, each of these discoveries shines a light on a profound truth about human health. Food is far more than fuel. It contains vital compounds that determine how we grow, how we function, how we age, and ultimately how long we live. The Nobel Prize-winning scientists who uncovered these nutrients did more than solve medical mysteries. They helped reveal the deep connection between natural foods and human survival. By choosing whole, nutrient-dense foods, we support the intricate biological systems that keep us strong, adaptable, and healthy for a lifetime.